Good afternoon, critical thinkers. My name is Marchelle Reed, and today I'm going to be presenting my STEM presentation on global warming, climate control, geoengineering. In my STEM presentation, I will present the cause and effect of global warming, one of the many things that we can do to assist in lowering the greenhouse gases. Also, the techniques researchers are considering using for geoengineering and its effectiveness on global climate warming. First, exactly what is global warming? It is the increased volumes of CO2 and other greenhouse gases, such as methane, that are released by the burning of fossil fuels. Global warming is also a term used to describe a gradual increase in the average temperature of the Earth's atmosphere and its oceans. The change is believed to be permanently changing the Earth's climate. Also, we can see there are many places throughout the world who are experiencing the devastating effects of global warming, such as Arctic melt, rising sea level, heat waves, volcanic eruptions, such as in Hawaii, storm floods, the recent tsunami in Japan, drought, the loss of agriculture in Africa, disease, economic consequences, conflict of war, and fighting over fuel. Also, loss of biodiversity and the overall destruction of the ecosystem. These occurrences are directly related to the Earth's ever increasing temperature. We must stop global warming, and the best way to stop it is to stop producing the greenhouse gases, which are increasingly changing the volumes of carbon dioxide, methane, and other gases that are released by burning fossil fuel. These hydrocarbons are primarily formed from coal fuel and natural gases, from the remains of dead animals and plants. The burning of these fossil fuels by humans and big industry over many years is the largest source of emission of CO2 into our atmosphere. One of the most effective and fastest ways to reduce the heat in the atmosphere is to eliminate methane production. Methane gas can cause headaches, respiratory system, and heart malfunctions. It is similar to carbon monoxide poisoning. Veganism will produce a beneficial cooling effect as well by cutting down methane and other greenhouse gases, which are a part of our survival. Organic practices will absorb huge amounts of CO2 already existing in the air, thus cooling the planet. One of the greatest methane gas emitters is from raising livestock. In an attempt to cool the planet quickly, we have to stop consuming meat in order to stop raising livestock. This, thus, it will stop greenhouse gases. Methane and other toxic gases from the animal industry and livestock has been reported to generate 18% of greenhouse gas emission. For example, about 1 million acres or 80% of all agriculture land in the United States and about half of all U.S. lands are being used for meat production. By contrast, less than 3 million acres is used to grow all the vegetable in the country. 8% according to Marlowe, Vasterby, and Crumpton. Major uses of land in the United States, 1997 Statistical Bulletin. If meat is not consumed, we can use the agricultural product of cereals to feed humans instead of feeding and breeding more animals in the future. All of this information was provided from the book Crisis to Peace, The Organic Vegan Way is the Answer. Author is the Supreme Master Ching Hai. What is geoengineering? It is a technique to engineer the climate. The two techniques that scientists are highly considering are carbon drawdown, known as CDR, and solar radiation management, known as SRM. Both techniques could help address some of the climate problems, but not all of the impacts on climate change. CDR involves drawing greenhouse gas emissions out of the atmosphere and locking them away. SRM techniques involve reflecting sunlight away from the Earth's surface and in a direct way to attempt to control the amount of warming that occurs without actually affecting emission. This is done by creating clouds or putting mirrors in space to reflect sunlight. The argument by researchers states whether climate geoengineering could do enough to reduce climate impact. Researchers suggest that solar radiation is best deployed in combination with other policies. In my conclusion, there is no quick fix for the world's global warming issue. There has to be in-depth research about eliminating and reducing the greenhouse production of gases that for years have been polluting our atmosphere and waters. Many feel the President of the United States should take a strong stand in this issue to make another change. The cost is never too great, and the time for effectiveness is now. The big oil companies and refineries have to be held accountable for fossil fuel burning, and measures must be taken immediately to eliminate these occurrences. We have to recycle and do anything within our means to help reduce the CO2 gases that are released into the atmosphere. I hope you enjoyed my short video, and there was a lot of controversy about the veganism. I'd like to hear your comments. Thanks so much, and I hope you enjoyed the video. Thank you. Bye-bye.